G'day guys, welcome back, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and managed a bit of time off. We're back on deck now and we have a few exciting projects coming up. The Coolamon Shire Council have come up with a new hand-painted project called Restore, which involves basically restoring every heritage sign within the Shire. So every town has X amount of signs that we're going to be researching and restoring back to their original, or how they were back in the day. They were lucky enough to receive some funding from the Stronger Country Communities, which has allowed for this heritage project to go ahead. So yeah, from a personal level, it's a really exciting project, and it's almost one of a lifetime for me. Having the opportunity to work on these signs, look into the history of our Shire and where these signs come from and how old they are, and all the different families and businesses that would have been associated with the signs and the businesses that were being advertised at the time. So, and not to mention just the hand-painted element of it, being able to work on these works of art. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So stay tuned. This project's going to be running over easy next year and a half, I guess. We're going to be slipping them in where we can, and we've got quite a few approved, ready to go. So we're just going to fit them in where we can. Obviously the weather comes in and other work, and we've just got to try and make it work. But yeah, stay tuned. This is a very exciting project. This one we're about to kick off on is the Coolamon Wine Vaults and Bicycle Depot. This is, I think, one of the oldest, if not the oldest surviving sign in Coolamon. So it's an interesting one. We don't know a lot about the proprietor. As you'll see in the upcoming video, we had to do a fair bit of research to try and work that out. We think we've got a bit of info now, so yeah, exciting times ahead. So stay tuned, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Today we're making a start on the sign restoration here in Coolamon. This is the first cab off the rank, and we've got quite a few to do over the next year or so. There's actually 3 different versions of a sign here. I don't know if you can see there. You can see where it says Bicycle Depot. Underneath the 2 versions of Tobacconist, it's got Coolamon Wine Vaults. So the Wine Vaults and the Bicycle Depot are the version that we're going to be restoring. But today I'm just going to start prepping the wall, and we're going to seal it, and then we'll come back once that's dry and do some tracings and start remaking the sign. I was running through the gate here and give you another look. So we're here at the School of Arts. So you can see there's 3 different versions of the sign. The earliest is the Bicycle Depot and Wine Vaults, and then there's 2 different versions of Tobacconist and Refreshments. We're also going to be remaking one of them and putting it further down the wall at a later date. But at the moment we're going to start with the early one. We're going to get rid of all the loose stuff, seal the wall, and then yeah, get ready to start repainting it. Stay tuned. One of the things we've been having trouble working out on this sign is the name of the proprietor. If you can see there, you'll see the word proprietor. But unfortunately, we've lost the name underneath the 2 versions of Refreshments. We've managed to find, you can see there's a J there. But from there on, we've roughly tried to work out what the other letters are, but we haven't had much luck, so we're still working on that. Alright, I've got my sealing solution mixed up here. What I've got to do is go along and just brush it into all the mortars. This will help seal it, keep everything locked in nice and tight, and give something for the paint to stick to when we go to undercoat it and top coat it. This stuff dries clear, so I'll still be able to see what's underneath it, but everything will be locked in nice and tight, sealed up, and hopefully last a while. It's very hard to see, but if you look on the right angle, just to the left of the screen there, you might be able to see a C, O, O. The L's a bit harder to see, but in this band through here, it says Coolamon wine vaults. When you stand on the right angle, you can just make it out. So what I'm doing at the moment is I've got a permanent black texture, and I'm up here and looking at it from different angles, just trying to uncover all the letters. So that's the W, I, N, and I've started on the E there in wine. And Coolamon goes back that way, and then vaults is that end. It'll all become a bit clearer once I get a picture from down on the ground and start painting in, but yeah, that's where I'm up to at the moment. This might be a bit hard to see, but I've managed to locate all of the letters in Coolamon wine vaults I should say. I'll just take you along here and try not to fall off the plank. See how all the capital letters in or the first letters in each word is bigger than the rest. So it's the C, W and the V. Ooh. Wine. Took a bit of finding, had to look at it at the right angle, but there she is. Righto, you might be wondering what the plastic's for. So what we're doing, because there's 3 different versions of the sign, and our aim is to save the original earliest one plus one more version of the tobacco and refreshments, what I plan on doing is putting this clear plastic over it so we can still see the old layouts, and I'm going to trace them out to try and be, so when we do remake this sign further down the wall, down here somewhere, we'll have an exact layout so we can keep it as authentic as possible. That's the 2 different versions of tobacconist and refreshments marked out. So we'll pack that up and bring it out at a later date. At least we'll be able to restore it back to as close as possible as it was here originally. Righto, what we're doing now is getting ready to finish the first coat. Once that's done, we'll let it dry and then hit the white again, so full second coat, and then we'll be ready to start neatly brushing in all the black, and it won't be far off being done. Stay tuned. Righto, today we've started painting on a bit of black, so the whole proprietor is on second coat. It's got a couple little touch-ups to do, and you can see how I've cut in with the white 2 coats, and then you can see where I've marked out with black text where the letters actually need to be, so it'll actually be overlapping, so we get a nice neat finish that lasts. So yeah, I haven't done the Coolamon wine vault yet, but I'll make a start on the bicycle depot now, and yeah, we're getting there. Righto, we're back on site, and it's going to be a warm one today. It's 9:30 in the morning and the sweat's already rolling off me. Righto, the Coolamon wine vaults, as you can see, we've marked it all out. We're ready to start brushing. We've worked out the old scroll, which was a bit hard to see originally, but we've managed to work it all out. All the text is there. Ready to go. Let's go get the brushes out and get into her. We're on the home stretch now. All the text has been marked out. Half of it's been painted and second coated, so today we're about to start painting the Coolamon wine vaults in. It's all marked out, ready to go. And the good news is we look like we've worked out the original name of the proprietor, which has taken us about 6 months to figure out. And yeah, it was coming to the crunch. We're almost out of time, and then some new information come forward, and it looks like we're onto it. So stay tuned. Righto, we're just getting ready to go back up the street and finish off the sign, but before I could do that, I had to set up and mark out the name that's going to be going onto the sign, the one that we couldn't work out. So let's get back here and press. This is my little machine that helps me do some of my paper layouts. This is what's called a pounce. So we use a pounce wheel to punch little holes in the paper, and then we use charcoal to go through it and transfer the layout to the wall. Righto, I've got my paper layout up, the pounce, J. Aylett. So the story goes that I think it's Jim Aylett, his father owned the Australian wine vaults in Wagga in the Huthwaite Centre in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and the family decided to move out to Coolamon and buy the Grove, which is out on the Millwood Road, which was where they put in an orchard and a winery, and then, from what I've been told, moved into this building that, and Jim was the proprietor. So that's what we're going with, J. Aylett. This is my little bag of chalk. So this goes all through the little holes, and that's how you mark out the lettering. As you can see it, that leaves the layout so we can get the brushes out. Well, that's a wrap. This sign is done and dusted. I swear it must have hit 40 plus degrees today, but anyway, it's been a warm one. So this is the first sign of the Heritage Restore project, which signs right across the whole Coolamon Shire will be getting restored, and there's some beauties amongst them. So follow the Regal page and stay tuned.